Welcome back to Heaven's Vault. The story so far. Alia and her Robot 6 are looking for the missing roboticist Janiqui Remba. The trail has led them to a ruin hidden inside the center of a dangerous river vortex known as the Cyclones. But what was Remba doing here? And why did he want Mayari to follow him? And where is Remba? Is he dead? And we got 2 new achievements. We learned 5 words, Fast Learner, and completed 1 translation, Translations Starter. So that's good. The Cyclone's Eye Moon. I think Remba was here, but I'm not sure he's here anymore. We have the shrine over there, yeah. And I'm right where I left off. Very nice. So, we can't go anywhere else here. No way through here. Though it would have once been open enough. And I can't look at, like, this stuff. Oh, remark? There was a tripod up on the roof. Empty now. But it looks like it might have held something once. What kind of something? I would guess. A telescope. That is just my guess. This must have been some kind of outpost observatory. An interesting theory, mistress. But I cannot imagine what they wanted to observe. I wonder what they say if you say something else here. A channel. Let's look at the shrine. A shrine of some kind? Assuming it's not an outhouse. Oh, remark. The shrine was built here. Is the stone inside from Maersi? No, mistress. I do not know where it is from, but Maersi does not have stone like that. And we can't, like, look again at that? Is this channel natural? I don't think it is. Water, probably? Dug out? There must be a wellspring here. A feeble one. One that requires every drop to be used. Water would have run down the channel, right past the house. Imagine having a stream of your own. Not a bad way to live. If you can withstand the soul-crushing loneliness. Do robots get lonely? Oh, what is a wellspring anyway? A source, mistress. Nothing more. But what is a wellspring? How does it work? Evidently, it is a source, mistress. It has no mechanism, as I understand it. Dumb robot. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed. Here, in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? I mean, maybe there weren't cyclones back then. An inscription on the rock! There's writing on rocks now! Jesus! Why are they writing everywhere? This one is a phrase run together. Yeah, toward, but like not toward. Yeah, rivers. Oh, yeah, not toward. From. That makes sense. So this is definitely toward. This is definitely from. Right? That has to be it. You've confirmed that. Yeah, you can be confident of your translation for from now, which also means toward. We know that for sure. This one has a lot of symbols, but I think it must say rivers. Good? Good progress, dry channel. Which leaves 1 word to guess. From rivers... Trickle? Earth? Cup? I mean, trickle, I guess. Like treasure. Buried, but we don't know if this is buried. In which case it could be earth. From rivers, earth. Because it's on the rock. It's one of these 2, but let's say trickle or flow. From rivers, trickle work? We didn't see any shrine houses on Maersi like the one here. Not even small ones. An older custom, perhaps? Iox does not permit shrines, mistress. Iox would no doubt remove the Maersian statue, if they could work out how to shift it. Perhaps. Or perhaps even Iox does not meddle with a goddess of water when she watches over a prosperous farm. Uh-huh. Do not take us back. I want to get over there, but... Oh, can we go across here? Probably another conversation before we're done, though. Can we get a sneak peek? Oh, question. Can your tracks handle this kind of terrain, 6? Excellently. Whoever designed my tracks appear to have had this kind of ground in mind. Question again. And who did design you? I have no idea, mistress. They did not leave a signature. Funny. He's got a sense of humor. Seems strange that you don't know. She gets very, hung up on ideas, I feel. Does it? Who designed your legs? That's different. You're not getting it, robot. But of course it is. If we can find where the shrine came from, maybe we can work out whose crown we found. I mean, isn't that pretty obvious that it must be related to, the Emperor or Empress? But maybe not. There's another inscription! We love inscriptions. And yeah, I guess these are just, edges of stuff. If there's, a page or whatever. This one is a fractured piece from a something. I couldn't read it in time because I was talking. Thank you. We got the slug cat again. We got... I guess emperors? Yeah? Emperors rule forever. Oh, okay, there we go. I wasn't too sure about that. And forever. Nice. We are confirming a lot of words all of a sudden. There's only one word left to resolve. Emperors live forever. I guess. Fear. Or demand forever. Huh. Yeah, this is some sort of reverence or... I think of this as the legs of someone sitting down, kneeling, because it's in fear, it's in praying, it's in death, where you're some sense of reverent or cautious or, something like that. But what would it be? Emperors... It's either emperors live forever or emperors demand forever, but surely they wouldn't write that on a shrine. Emperors demand forever. And I guess it's yeah, person, not this, which is alive. So live would be this, and this is alive, this is just live. I don't know. Let's try that. Emperors? Here? What were emperors doing out here? According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. He didn't die there with everyone else. Are you suggesting he came here? Yes. Why not? It would explain a few things. At least that crown. So the last emperor killed the hermit who lived here? I don't think so. Then the emperor buried them in the dirt. We only know that the emperor outlived them. We do not know there was a murder. Yeah, that is true, 6. The emperors of Iox were all devout believers in the loop. To bury someone outside instead of returning them to the rivers to be reborn, that's what you do to your worst enemy, I see. If the emperor was hiding here, perhaps he did not want anyone returning to find him. So 2 people died here. One upstairs, who was buried outside, and then later another by the fire below. 3 people, mistress. Do not forget Remba. He's dead. Assuming he is in fact dead. A stone pedestal? With someone in it. She seems familiar. Kind of the water goddess. Yeah. Indeed, mistress. Mistress, you can recognize her by her hat. The shrine is made of stone. But it's not the same stone as the moon itself. It is as old as the building? Is it? The outer structure is, certainly. But the stone pillar, no. The buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. Oh god. Yeah, I hate this stuff, where it's like, there's too much text and I have to read through all of them. So it's like, yeah, brought by a later occupant. How old would you say it is? Presumably made by local stone. That's not necessarily true, so brought by a later occupant? Whoever it was who buried the original occupant, maybe. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. Perhaps it's from the moon. Should I say that? Like, yeah, that would make sense. But, like, it's an important ritual object. Do we want to try and identify what it is, or where it came from? Maybe we should say the third one, because then maybe that'll, like, give us a clue for where it is. If 6 is like, oh yeah, I know where those rocks are, they're over here. Perhaps so, mistress. But if so, it has walked a long way to be here. So why did the last emperor draw a map to the site from the mural? Wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? The emperors believe in the loop, mistress. But to be reborn you must be burned. Unlike all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. Perhaps the emperor drew the map to tell his soul where to go. Okay. The figurine. Steal it. This should tell us a little more about this place. It has been inscribed. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Something about the earth? Bless? No. I mean, here? Goddess bless us? Or this place, maybe? Like, the ground, or like this spot. Yeah, Goddess bless this place. Yeah? We got bless, and we probably have goddess as well. No? This grouping is somewhat like my word for flow. Goddess, I mean, is it just goddess bless you? That would be weird, but plants, all? I guess all. Like, this is everything. It's pointing down to it. I guess goddess bless all. Uh-huh. I don't feel like opening up the timeline is, like, worth doing most of the time. Which way do we go? This way or this way? I guess let's go to the crashed ship, finally. If Remba's just lying there dying. If Remba found the body of the last emperor on that moon near Maersi, why was he hiding robes and sending Mayari brooches? It seems clear he considered a great secret. Why would someone wish to conceal that the last emperor had not been returned to the rivers? Perhaps because someone claims to be the emperor returned. Does anyone claim to be the emperor? Not publicly. But the university, as you know, has its priesthood. They allocate power as they see fit. Remba was a dedicated member, as is Professor Mayari. Aha, the corruption is being unveiled. Are you saying Mayari claims to be an actual emperor? I do not know her. But if she did, what would a discovery such as Remba's mean for her? By all the moons and waters. Yeah, it's not a small wreck. It's a ship. Like, there's no way you would survive that. I mean, it was a ship. Yep. It's not even, like, just broken a little bit. That, like, went full force into this whole place. Can we be sure this was Janiqui's ship? No, mistress. But the circumstantial evidence is very strong. You recall the propellant on the tool chest? There are further traces here. The fire here must have burnt up a lot of air. The remaining atmosphere is thin, mistress. Still, I believe the fire was extinguished before it consumed the whole ship. Remark? I suppose. I always assumed we would find Remba. I assumed... I don't know. Mayari made it sound like he ran away. That he was expecting us. Yeah, let's say, like, I assumed he was expecting us. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Remba in his next life, mistress. So what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Mayari, mistress. No. I refuse. It's been torn apart. What could do this? I've never seen anything like it. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. Oh no. Ah, this was the hull. It must have been an explosion, mistress. Enough to be seen on Mayersi. And Janiqui himself? Mistress. There is no hope. Janiqui must have been sailing when it fell. Well, maybe he had like an escape parachute. He cannot possibly have survived. Surely we have parachutes and eject seats. What I can't figure out is this. What was Remba doing finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail. Oh, mistress. But how that trail began and where it was leading him. It's hard to tell who's talking sometimes. Most unclear. Oh. Perhaps he was looking for more robots. Iox must be running low. Especially since they keep giving them to you! Yeah, why do they keep doing that then? I don't ask for them. Looks like we can't go down there yet. A wellspring is a source of what? Back to this, I guess. Commonly water. Also air. Good talk. It must have burned for days. What do we tell Mayari? The truth, surely, mistress. Janiqui is gone. Okay, now I can look at that, but hold on. Why do these, like, sometimes not pop up? This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress. And you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiqui is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go now, mistress? Absolutely not! Don't hassle me! I will tell you when I want to leave. I'm gonna fucking tape your mouth shut. Is there a way down? There might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. Unwise. Something? Damn it. It seems quite apparent. The building is at least 700 years old. How do you work that out? I have been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress. Extrapolating, this building is older than the founding of the Holy Empire on Iox. You know, Six, back on Iox, they say nothing is older than the Empire. That the Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. If Iox does not believe in history, what is it they think you do? Or you do? Iox believes in the loop. They believe what has happened will happen again. They think I'm out discovering the future. This is getting weird. Six, what do you know about the Loop Temple? I know little of the Loop, mistress. The Loop priests claim that life is a great cycle. They believe that all that happens has happened before. Question? Literally happened? Do they think we've had this conversation before? I believe that's the idea, mistress. Is it true? The probability of it is incalculable, mistress. There's no meaningful data. Something under the wood. Seems to have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. A silver telescope carved with the outline of a ship. I think it dates from at least the earliest days of the Empire. This must have been aboard Janiqui's ship. Another of his finds. Is this what he took from the stand on the roof up there? But no. It's not from this moon. An heirloom, maybe. It has that look to it. Something that was old even when it was used. And there's some inscribed symbols on the something casing. This is the end of a longer line of text. Silver telescope. We got never. Stars never. Yeah, stars never something. Stars never fade. Stars never something. Yeah, stars is correct now. Never is correct now. We're getting a lot of it. Surrender. Deceive. Deceive would kind of make sense. If this is like the truth somehow. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty simple and like obvious that yeah, like stars never deceive and like you're praying in some way and like not and this if this is like not the truth or something, which means deceive. I don't know. This comes from the same place as the scrap of sailcloth and the sextant that we found on the site of Rembus Cache. People must have often visited both of the two locations. This should help us locate it. More of that? Alright, and that'll have to be it for today. But yeah, we're still not quite done here. There was another cave to go into here. And maybe we'll take another path. Look around this path to see if there's anything else. So yeah, Remba's gone. There's no doubt about it now. A lot of good discoveries there. And a lot of conversation. Some relevant, some maybe not so much. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.